The roar of a Lamborghini slicing through my freshly tilled pasture was a sound I'd come to dread, like a swarm of hornets chewing through a metal grinder while my cows bellowed in protest. It was the third time that week, and I was done. Leaning against the warped door frame of my barn, a rusted shovel in hand, I watched as a gleaming white Lamborghini Urus tore across my land like it was a racetrack for the rich and reckless. Dust spiraled into the humid air, thick and choking. My herd scattered, a hen squawked and flapped into the brush, and a fence post splintered under the weight of their rear tire. The car didn't hesitate, it accelerated. Inside, two women reveled in their chaos, as if my farm were their personal playground. The passenger, a brassy blonde named Tara, hung out the window, her laughter sharp and wild, sweat gleaming on her face like she'd just conquered a mountain. Behind the wheel, Lisa, her oversized sunglasses swallowing her sharp features, chomped gum with the ferocity of a kid hyped on cotton candy. The twins, Tara and Lisa, were entitlement personified, their arrogance as loud as the bass thumping from their speakers. I'd first crossed paths with them a month ago, on a quiet Sunday morning while I was patching a wire fence at the edge of my property. A low rumble shook the ground, then their blinding white Urus crested the ridge, spitting gravel and carving through my land like it was nothing. I waved them down, arms high, and to their credit, they stopped, though Tara nearly clipped a goat in the process. "You lost?" I asked, stepping toward the driver's side. Lisa, draped in rhinestones and dripping with attitude, smirked. "Nope, just cutting through to the highway. GPS sent us." I pointed to the hand-painted, private property sign they'd blown past. "This is my land. You're trespassing." Tara, in a neon orange crop top that barely clung to her frame, snapped a photo of me with her glittery phone case. "Oh, look, Lisa," Farmer Joe's pissed. "Check out the shovel straight outta 1800s. Lisa snorted. "It's 2025, buddy. Don't build your farm in the middle of our shortcut." They peeled out, tires screaming, leaving me in a cloud of dust and their mocking laughter. I thought it was a one-off, city girls with a bad GPS and worse manners. But the next day, they were back. Then the day after. Soon, it was a ritual. Every few days, usually late afternoon, that obnoxious bass would rattle my windows, and there they'd come, blasting through my back fence, churning up topsoil, scaring my livestock. They waved like we were buddies, even brought friends onto a convertible packed with equally loud women, honking like it was a parade. My notes on the fence posts, pleading, "Private property, please stay out," vanished. I chained the entrance, they cut it. I called the sheriff's office, left voicemails, even cornered Deputy Harris at the diner, watching him dunk fries in his milkshake as I explained. "Trespassing's tricky," he shrugged. "Need video proof or witnesses?" "I'm the witness." I snapped. He chuckled. "You know how it is with those gated community types. Always stirring trouble." So, I was on my own. The twins only got bolder. One morning, I found a gash through my soybean field tire tracks, shredding a crop that was supposed to carry me through the season. Then my niece sent me a TikTok. Caption: "Shortcuts for bad betches, nail polish dashing away da." There were Tara and Lisa, speeding across my land, hair whipping, music blaring, laughing like they owned the place. Comments cheered them on. "Queens, don't stop for no cows. Country roads? More like runways." My farm, my life's work, reduced to a backdrop for their social media circus. All because they couldn't be bothered to wait at the stoplight on County Road 9. They weren't just annoying, they were a wrecking crew. I tried everything: politeness, warnings, the law. But there's only so many times you can watch two spoiled brats treat your livelihood like their playground before something breaks inside you. I started noticing their habits. Fridays and Sundays, always mid-afternoon, always in full glam, big earrings, heavy makeup, like they were headed to a Vegas club. Tara loved loud colors, neon yellows, electric blues. Lisa leaned into leopard print, her outfits daring anyone to comment. Their Urus was their pride, polished to a mirror sheen, not a speck of dirt daring to touch it. I thought, what a shame if something happened to that car. Not revenge consequences. You don't plant thorns and expect daisies. So, I studied my land. Drainage, clay, the way heavy vehicles sink in soft ground. There was a narrow pass by the corral, low and marshy after rain. Perfect. One night, under a chorus of crickets, I took my ATV out, loaded with sprinklers, hoses, timer switches, and bags of clay from a construction friend. Over days, I built a slick, hidden bog that looked like solid ground. I tested it with a hay bale. It sank like a rock. I called it the welcome mat, and waited, the sprinkler trigger in my pocket like a talisman. For days later, as the sky burned amber with sunset, I heard its telltale thrum, the bass that shook my bones. There they were, Tara laughing in the passenger seat, Lisa's hair tied in a cheetah print scarf, grinning like she'd just pulled off a heist. The Urus gleamed, barreling toward the trap. I leaned on a fence post, heart pounding but face calm. They crested the hill, headlights flaring, engines snarling as Lisa gunned it. Tara's arms flailed out the window, bracelets jangling, her phone already recording their latest stunt. Still no gate. Farmer Joe, she yelled. I didn't move. The shadows hid the clay pit ahead me masterpiece. At 30 yards, I saw every glint of Tara's rhinestone sunglasses, her lipstick a garish red. Lisa chewed her gum like a machine. 20 yards. My thumb found the trigger. 15. Tara shouted something snide about Hicks and their dirt. 10. I pressed the button. A faint hiss, then silence. The Urus rolled forward, confident, tires crossing the straw-covered trap. Then it happened a wet slop, like boots in a swamp. The rear wheels sank, the car lurched, and Lisa jerked the wheel. The nose dipped, tires spun, kicking up arcs of mud. Tara's laugh died. Lisa floored it, and that was her mistake. The wheels dug deeper, clay and manure spraying the undercarriage. The Urus groaned, listing right, its pristine white paint now streaked with brown. It sank, slow and humiliating, bowing to the land it had mocked. Tara shrieked, flinging open her door and stepping into the muck. Her legs vanished to the shins. She slipped, face planting into the slime, arms thrashing. Her scream was half muffled as she lost a sandal and her pride. Lisa tried climbing out the window, but the hood was slick. Her foot slid, and she crashed into the manure-laced bog, cursing as she rolled. Their friends, parked nearby in another car, were already filming. 5 women in sundresses, phones out, cackling. Tara, you're a mud pie, one howled. This is TikTok gold. Tara spun, dripping, and screamed, stop recording. They didn't. Lisa staggered up, mascara streaming, and locked eyes with me. You did this, she roared. I raised an eyebrow. You mean farm my land? Tara sloshed forward, pointing a muddy finger. You're gonna pay, you redneck lunatic. This car's worth $200,000. Good luck towing it, I said. Last tractor stuck here needed a crane. Their friends howled louder. Tara slipped again, landing on her back with a sickening squelch. Lisa kept screaming, I'll sue you. I pulled out my phone. Deputy Harris, if you're watching, here's your trespassing proof, plus threats. They froze. Then a tow truck's air horn blared, the driver sipping coffee as he surveyed the mess. You ladies stuck, he called. Tara, mud dripping from her chin, barked, get this car out. He scratched his beard. Not without a waver. This ain't a road. They stood, waist deep in shame, their car a muddy monument to bad choices. The next morning, silence. No engines, just cicadas and rustling leaves. I sipped coffee on my porch, staring at the cracked mud where the Urus had sunk. By noon, the town was buzzing. One of their friends posted the video online. Rich girls take shortcut, farmer fights back. It exploded 3 million views in a day, then local news. Slow-motion replays with violin music turned Tara's faceplant and Lisa's fall into art. Strangers brought me beer, neighbors shook my hand. My neighbor Earl, grim since forever, laughed till he coughed. Can't shine stupid, he wheezed. But Tara and Lisa weren't done. 2 days later, a lawsuit arrived, claiming I'd caused property damage, defamation, and emotional trauma. It was laughable, packed with blurry photos of them scowling in mud. I had proof, time-stamped videos, sheriff calls, neighbor testimony. My lawyer, an old friend named Mike, cackled. They trespassed, broke your fence, and fell in their own mess. Let's counter. We did. Trespassing, crop destruction, harassment, plus a bill for repairs. Their lawyer bailed when he saw the video was public. The suit vanished. My farm page blew up to 10,000 followers in a week. I posted once, a muddy tire captioned, The earth bites. Comments flooded. Legend. Farmer Batman. I leaned in, uploading a dry video on soil drainage and legal trespassing defenses. It went viral too. Sponsors called boots, hoses, even a podcast invite. I said no to a reality show. I'm no star, just a guy with a farm and a point to make. Months later, I saw them at the grocery store, makeup, no bling, pushing a cart, driving a gray Honda. Lisa's eyes met mine, and for a second, I saw something new. Shame, maybe fear. Tara muttered and looked away. I nodded, whistled, and walked on. My field's quiet now. Fences whole, animals calm. The sprinklers stay buried, just in case. New signs read. Trespassers will be embarrassed. Karma's slow sometimes, but with a little water, clay, and pushback, it hits hard.